Hi everybody, it's Lisa A. Romano. I am here to talk to you today about some serious issues dealing with being the adult child of an alcoholic and whether or not we should ever confront the alcoholic. Just my opinions here. Anyone who is at all put off by in-your-face type coaching and people like me who tell it like it is, just click off. Go someplace else. This is not what I do. I tell it like it is. I just try to inspire other people to get as real as possible with their feelings so that they can move forward and out of the ACOA label and on with their life. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, so a couple of things that I want to talk about is number one, confronting the alcoholic. We have to understand that when we're in recovery, we are not responsible for how other people react to us. We are not responsible for how people feel. If we begin to set boundaries, people get pissed off, that's their issue. That's really not our issue. Our issue is one of attachment and entanglement, and our goal in recovery is to become detached, is to become less entangled or completely unentangled with other people. We begin to understand who we are in terms of our boundaries and our space, and who other people are in terms of their boundaries and their space. All very, very intrinsic to complete emotional recovery. Now, that's awesome being said. However, there are some times that when I'm coaching clients, they get to a point where they understand who they are and they get a hold of, wow, I've been violated, My parents did X, Y, and Z. They were the alcoholics in my life, and all of this stuff was done to me. I'm a product of their alcoholism. I'm a product of their thought process, and all of a sudden this anger starts to surface, and it's very healthy. They have a right to be angry. They've been violated. They've been ignored. They've been abandoned emotionally. And now what happens is sometimes people want to confront mom and dad and say, hey, this is what you did to me. Be careful, because we have to understand, especially if mom and dad are not in a 12-step program, if mom and dad have done no recovery work, what are they going to say to you when you say, your alcoholism is the reason I'm divorced 3 times? Your alcoholism is the reason that I am a love addict. It's because of you that I have such low self-esteem. Mom and dad, the alcoholic, are going to turn around and say, you're crazy. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that I'm responsible for all of your problems? You're a big girl. You're a big boy. This is your fault. Your life is screwed up. Alcoholics don't take responsibility. Some say, and I tend to agree, that it is a disease. So the disease itself prevents the alcoholic from seeking treatment and staying in treatment. So that's a completely separate issue. Let's detach, rewind the tape. Don't get caught up in the fact that mom and dad have a disease. That's their issue. Keep it over there. Okay? So this is your yard. This is this is yard A. Mom and dad live now in yard B. Keep their issues in yard B. Detach. That's their stuff. However, bring it back to you in the sense that you have to, in a very conscious realm, get to a point where you understand that mom and dad's disease of alcoholism is going to prevent them from seeing what they've done or what their alcoholism has done to you. So here you are, confront them, and you want to be validated? It's not going to happen. Their alcoholism prevented them from being able to validate you since you're born. So you get an understanding of ACOA recovery, you go into emotional recovery, you have a coach, you have a mentor, you have a sponsor, whatever it is, whatever tool, modality that you're using for healing, it doesn't matter. So you have an understanding of what's happened. 2 + 2 = 4. Mom and dad are alcoholics, taught me dysfunctional things. So now I have a dysfunctional thought process. Now here I am as an adult, and I'm making decisions based on all this faulty programming, and my life's not working. And now I understand that I am who I am because of mom and dad. So now you're pissed off. Totally understandable. But be careful. There's nothing wrong with being angry and doing nothing about it. We don't know that as ACOAs. We react to everything. We have an opinion about everything. Everything is externalized. We have big mouths. We complain, we moan, we throw temper tantrums. We get self-righteous because we're so outer focused. So out of focus. Why? Because mom and dad never gave us a reflection of self, never gave us a healthy sense of self. So we're detached from self. So we don't know how to have an internal experience and not verbalize it externally. Meaning, I could watch something happen unfold before me and I can have an opinion mentally and emotionally and not do anything about it. For instance, not everybody likes me. Not everybody likes my style. I've had a number of negative comments on my YouTube channel. And I could respond and lash out, but I'm in recovery, and I like to think of myself as recovered. And so I can see a negative comment. I can feel they don't like me, and all of my ACOE symptoms can get flared up. Validation, seeking validation, not feeling accepted, all of it can get triggered. But if I stay aware and I hold on to myself, I can feel those feelings and not react to them. And then guess what? The feelings stay over there in yard B. They stay over there. They don't get to affect me anymore because I have a boundary. Now, confronting mom and dad, understand this is what alcoholics say. You're drunk. When you say let's say an alcoholic's drunk, you'll confront them. Dad, you're drunk. The alcoholic says, no, I'm not. You say, yes, Dad, you're drunk. Stop drinking. I'm not drunk. Who said I'm drinking? I'm not even drinking. Who said? Did you see me drink? Did you see me have 2 drinks? Did you see me have 3 drinks? Now, you're the child thinking, I've watched my dad drink all night. And here he is telling me, A, he's not drunk, and B, he's questioning whether or not I know he's drunk, and questioning me, who's completely sober, about how many drinks he's had. It's crazy making. So what we do as children, we get caught up in trying to convince Dad, A, that he's drunk. We try to prove that we know how many drinks he's had. But Dad's agenda is to stay in denial. That's Dad's agenda. Dad's agenda is to stay in this state of stupor and to defend his right to be an alcoholic. That's the disease. And that's what we can't fix. That is within the being. The good news is, because I believe that there's always good news. I mean, that's what life's about. Once you get through all this stuff, life is really, really amazing. The good news is that everything that alcoholic needs to improve his or her life is already within them. There's a door inside this person's soul. And once they begin to knock, the door opens. But then it's up to the alcoholic to do the type of work, the healing work that needs to get done. We, as their children, cannot fix them. That's not our job. And we have been ingrained in our society, probably worldwide, to honor thy mother and father. And that kicks us in the ass, everybody. Because here we are trying to be loyal to people who are not being loyal to us, who aren't being loyal to themselves. And so there's all this confusion about disowning them or disrespecting them or going against them. That's hogwash. That's not what this is about. Recovery isn't about finger pointing. Recovery is about understanding. Mom and Dad did the best they could with the tools that they had, but this is their life experience. They have to figure this out. And as their children, we have to do what we can to make the best out of this crappy circumstance, to take what we've learned and to apply it to our lives and become deliberate creators, to heal ourselves. Wish them well. Mom, I wish I could help you with that, but you know what? Only you can fix you. I can't keep you in recovery. That's your job. You're pissed off at me because I don't enable you anymore? Not my problem, Mom. Not my problem. There is so much help out there for alcoholics. No excuse not to get well. But then again, that's not a judgment. That is just an understanding that until the alcoholic and or drug addict wants to seek treatment, we as their children, as their family members, cannot help them. And we have got to release the guilt and that are associated with not being able to help them. We can't fix people. Me trying to fix my alcoholic grandmother or grandfather is like asking me to fix the engine on an airplane. I can't do it. I can't do that. I can't do that. Not at all. I can't do that. So once I accept that I can't do it, it's physically impossible, I stop trying to fix the jet. I stopped trying to fix the engine. I stopped running onto the tarmac and expecting myself to be able to fix it. I stopped beating myself up for not having the right tool to fix the damn jetliner. I don't have those tools. So it's really good to get clear about it. Just basic issues. You can't fix mom and dad. Confronting mom and dad, you confront an alcoholic, they're going to say, I'm not drunk. I didn't do anything wrong. This is all in your head. How dare you confront? You're supposed to honor your mother and father. How dare you talk to me like that? Come here, let me smack some sense into you. That's what they do to us. So it's better not to have those conversations, and it's so much better to just take care of self. It's so much better to honor self. It's so much better to wish them well and pray for them well, and just pray for good things happening to them and encourage them, and tell them that if they need you, you're there. If they want to go into a treatment center, maybe you'll investigate a treatment center. But until they're ready to move forward, you are going to honor yourself. And then what you do is you elevate yourself higher. Now you're living in a higher realm. You're living in a more conscious realm. And your life, what happens? Begins to improve. Now, you and mom and dad are no longer looking at each other on the ground floor. Someone has risen above the circumstances. So now when mom or dad get clean, guess what? Now they're looking up. Now they're going to try to gravitate and resonate to where you're at. Instead of you trying to stay where they're at, they begin to resonate, or they will. Either that or they'll break away from you completely, which is always a possibility. Still, your job is to keep flying and flying and flying and flying and getting higher and higher and higher in your vibrational body. Now, the higher you get in your vibrational body, the better your life will get, the lighter you get in your body. And guess what? Beautiful things become attracted to you. You attract these beautiful things into your experiences. So I hope this has been uplifting. Please leave me your comments and check out my website at www.healingselfesteem.com. My new book has just been released, Quantum Tools to Help You Heal Your Life Now. It's all about understanding how our emotional set points, which are the set points that we learned in childhood, are our attracting points. You attract what you are. Forget about it. Anybody that's teaching you about the law of attraction and has you presuming that it's all about what you say, again, does not know what they're talking about. The law of attraction responds to what you are on a vibrational level. What you are on a vibrational level is what you learn to believe about self when you were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. When your being understood, it knew nothing, and it was absorbing all this information from mom and dad. Because in your childlike mom, they were God. You did not question what they taught you. You absorbed it. So if what they taught you was messed up, then unfortunately, we've got some dysfunctional thought process going on. You may believe that you're not enough, and you cannot attract good things from that standpoint. If you've been sexually abused in childhood, this is a big issue. If you feel like you're a victim, you have been victimized. Absolutely. You have to own that. You have been a victim. But we have to move you out of that state, because otherwise we keep re-injuring ourselves and we keep attracting people who abuse us and set ourselves up for very unhappy life circumstances. And it doesn't have to be that way. We just have to figure this stuff out, and I'm here to help you do that. Again, my name is Lisa Romano. It is my pleasure to bring you this information and inspire you to live a greater life now. Namaste.